What's up, beautiful people? This is your favorite certified life coach, Hossam Abostate. Now, we're going to talk about how I recovered from muscle tension dysphonia. At the age of 29, here I am sitting with 4 of my coworkers in a meeting, and as one of them continues to talk about the project, I'm starting to feel an overwhelming sense of restriction and inability to speak and express myself. All I wanted to say was the simple word, okay, but I couldn't get it out. To say I was confused and frustrated would be an understatement. I did not know what was happening and why it was happening. One of the highlights in my journey was coming across my mentor, Elliott Hulse. That's when I understood and realized that this is more common than most people think, and there's a huge lack of awareness and education about what muscle tension dysphonia is. So I will share with you some tips from the book written by my mentor that will help you understand what are common causes of muscle tension dysphonia. And I quote from the book: "The ancient system of chakra, modern neurology, and psychology all agree to the fact that when emotional energy gets stuck in the body, it creates a tight muscular system that inhibits our free expression. The term used to describe this inhibition is body armoring. For example, as children, whenever we were harshly criticized, ridiculed, or bullied for our natural expression, we immediately respond with tension in the belly, chest, throat, and jaws. And guess what? We get stuck in the head. The reason why we get stuck in the head, because as humans, we don't express what we want to express. We only express what we have the ability to express about what we want to express. So if the voice system is not open, fit, and powerful, we're not going to be able to express the things that we want to express. Therefore, we're going to be stuck in the head. Just like I was in that meeting last year, and I didn't know the cause. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea that it was an issue with the voice system. A little bit more about this body armoring that happens. The worst part is it doesn't go away after the incident has passed by 5 minutes. No, the tension actually stays in our body and it accumulates every time a similar incident happens. It gets so ingrained in our nervous system as a physical reaction to tighten up the muscles. As children, this response may have been a good coping mechanism because it allowed us to be safe and fit in. But as adults, it does not serve our highest good. It keeps us small. If we can't express ourselves, then how will people know who we are? People can only see what and how we present to them. In my case, it took me 29 years to realize that I had an issue in my voice system. And that's when I was diagnosed with muscle tension dysphonia, which proves that there is an immense lack of education and awareness about the topic. And when I talk about it to people, I realize that I'm not the only one. People just walking around with muscle tension dysphonia and they have no clue. One of my regular clients in my life coaching business is a martial arts instructor. And because he knew that I had a challenge with my speech, he asked me if I can give him tips to help him project his voice so that all the students can hear him comfortably. I did, and within the first week, he was sending me voice messages telling me how life-changing this has been. Our self-expression is critical to our well-being. With our self-expression functioning, we have the ability to show people that we love them. We have the ability to share knowledge. We have the ability to stand up for ourselves and defend the people that we love with our voice, with our expression. When we have a functioning expressive system, we have the ability to be assertive and stand our ground without being overbearing. If you resonate with any of these pain points, I recommend you watch Deepen Your Voice for Life program. The techniques in it will walk you through in detail how to open your voice and speak freely. Now, I'll share with you a bioenergetic exercise from the book called the bow. This exercise, when done continuously, helps us release the body armoring that has been built up years over years and potentially decades over decades. An analogy I want you to keep in mind when doing these exercises is to compare our body and our voice system to the voice system in the guitar, to the sound system. You see, we have the vocal cords right here, and the guitar has the strings. And then we have our upper body as the resonating sound box for our voice. As well, the guitar has the wooden sound box so that the sound resonates and becomes more rich and deeper. If I stuff the sound box with things and play the guitar, it's not going to sound as resonant. It's going to sound muffled, weak, and small. The early coping mechanisms to the emotional charges we had as children resulted in tightness in our upper body. So the sound box was not resonant anymore, and it's going to come out muffled, dampened, small, and weak. And then we don't have the ability to project and express. So as we're trying to release these muscular tensions to free our body, we may also experience a surge of emotional energy flooding our body. And that only means that it's working. Let's get into the exercise. Let me tell you that it's gonna look crazy. So release your inhibitions. This is about freedom. Feel free to look as crazy as I will, or even more crazy, okay? The first step is we're gonna open our eyes wide and take a deep breath. The second step is we're gonna open our jaws. The third step is we're gonna open our body. And the reason why we're opening our body is the opposite of that. When we're scared, when we're trying to protect ourselves, we close our body off, we hunch over. If you listen to clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson, 12 rules for life, the first rule is stand up straight with your shoulders back. Have an open posture. That's bravery. That's vulnerability. So the first step is opening our eyes. The second step is opening our mouth and jaws. The third step is opening our body. And the fourth step is breathe deeply. Breathe deeply into the guts and the bottom of your pelvis as much as you can. Let's do 10 reps. I also want to remind you that as you're opening your eyes, your jaw, and mouth, I want you to imagine that you're also opening the neck, opening the inside of your neck, opening the inside of your chest, and opening the inside of your belly. One of my mentors explains it that we have two tubes in our body system, and the first tube on the outside is the muscles and the skin and the bones, and then the inside there's another tube. So as we're opening the mouth and the jaw, we're opening the outer tube, but we want to visualize and imagine that we're opening the inner tubes as well. So let's do it. Let's go for 10 deep breaths. Release. Tune into the sensations. Try to open your rib cage on the inside. Open your eyes. Feel the sensation behind the eyes. Woo! Release that primal animal. It's yours. It's your right. Reclaim it. It's yours. That's your freedom. That's your well-being. The world needs you to be expressive, to be who you are, so you can give them and share your gifts with them. How awesome is that? This exercise is a powerful way to begin softening this body armoring that has been built up and release the trapped emotion, so you can reclaim your freedom of expression. This is Hossam reminding you that whatever you desire is achievable. So keep improving every day, no matter how little. Peace.